Good afternoon, class. This is a brief video on the Progressive Era, which was an era between 1890 lasting up until the 1920s. After the Civil War in 1865, America found itself facing many different kinds of problems. So if we look at the historical perspective, there was social and political corruption, there was immigration problems, there was industrialized problems, there's urbanization problems. There was need for the federal government to regulate many of the practices of the state governments. And so the Progressive Era was issued in with that kind of historical background. During the rise and the beginning, somewhere in the Progressive Era, two schools of thought, two philosophical schools of thought developed: the progressives and the conservatives. The progressives believed that human behavior could be changed and that the federal government could play a role in bringing about that change. The conservatives believed that human behavior was fixed, unchangeable, and that governmental resources were severely limited. Thus, the battle between the two philosophical groups raged during that period of time. The significance of the Progressive Era meant that social and political problems was addressed, racial issues was addressed, economic and labor reforms took place, and issues in and around the industrialization of the country was addressed and took place. There was a star in the Progressive Era, a young lady named Susan Dorsey Miller. She was a Christian. She was a woman with a strong personality, and she was almost lost to history. However, she made a significant contribution to the Progressive Era. She was the first female to be elected as a superintendent of schools. She was selected and worked for the superintendents of schools in LA County, California. I stated she was an educator, a Christian, a powerful advocate. Being a conservative, and in many instances, she also acted as a liberal in terms of advocating for her clients and for her teachers and for the resources and the things that they needed. You can see her slanting towards a liberal view and perspective. However, there were times when she was also very conservative. She was strict with her teachers. She set up a certification program, and if teachers did not get the certification, they were subject to be fired. She disliked unions because she thought that unions could lead to corruption in the education field, and she was determined to keep unions out. So I disagree with her somewhat on the idea of unionization, because unions to me means that there is more support of staff, and that support of staff may vary from the administrator's view of staff. And I believe that brings me to an end of this presentation. today. Bye bye.